All right, let's put the blame right where the blame belongs, and that's on the suspect. You want to point fingers? Let's point fingers right at him. There's enough evidence right now that points towards him. There's enough evidence. This prosecutor is a very good prosecutor too, and he knows what he has. He knows what he can do. I'm talking about pointing the blame. Everybody wanted to go after the victims. They're involved in drugs, or there was some type of hit, or they were just in the wrong place, wrong time, because there's a lot of drugs going in and out of that house. Quinn Kelly, who was the boyfriend of one, his father, Jeremy Kelly, had been arrested and had an arrest record. At first, people looked at him because he was there. Then after that, they started saying, "Oh, wait, the dad has a record, so maybe." Xana, they looked at her mom, who was arrested on drugs. Madison's mother was arrested on drugs. So because they were arrested, the kids must be in the same game. That's not always true. These were a bunch of kids going to college. Let's put the blame where the blame belongs, on the evil that committed this crime. If the evidence in the courtroom presents itself and this individual is found guilty, then the finger will be pointed right at him. And with that, I saw that the parents are suing to lift the gag order, and the attorney stated it's because they're First Amendment of the constitutional rights. Yes, they have a freedom of speech. Yes, they can talk and say whatever they want to say. They do not have a right to all the information. Idaho Code 195306 is what's going to tell them what the victim's compensation and victim's rights are and what information they can and cannot have. It tells them even in there when they look at the pre-sentence investigation, they have a right to it, but they have to keep it confidential. So when it comes to the actual evidence to be released, they have a constitutional right. They'll win it. They have the gag order lifted, and they'll go out and just talk all about it. But I'll guarantee you, the families can do that. But I'll guarantee you, the court officials won't be able to do that. They're not going to be able to talk about this case. Why would you? What's the end game? That's what really gets me, is what is the end game of a parent, a grieving parent who lost a child in this horrific event? What's the end game? What do they want out of it? To get, I don't know. Grieving parents. I'm a parent, and if my child was murdered at all in any way, I'm not going to be on the internet looking for stuff. I'm going to be in that police station. I'm going to be finding out everything I can possibly get my hands on, and I'm not going to go report it. It's what I want to know in my knowledge. It's what I want to find out what's going on. I just don't know what their end game is. I don't know why they're worried so much about suing to get this information they can just start putting out on the internet. Why? There's been over 1 billion hits on this case. And with over 1 billion hits out there, it's like you're going to put more information out there that people are going to twist, because you can't sit there. I can sit here and talk to you guys right now, but I can't convince anybody. You'll start putting comments on this, and I can answer as many as I get to, but I can't sit here and we can't talk face to face and say, okay, this is what the evidence is, and you'll know that's not the way it is. And I'll say, yeah, here it is, and we can provide it that way. They're going to put that evidence out there, and it's just going to get twisted. All the internet sleuths out there, I have seen so many weird ideas and concepts on what's been going on with this whole case. It blows my mind. People will take one thing that they'll say and then they'll flip it. I saw an ex-FBI officer or agent supposedly made a comment on a news channel that he was triggered because he was disciplined as a TA, and his disciplinary hearing on December 3rd. And then he had another confrontation. He was put on a disciplinary. They had another confrontation with the same exact professor. And then December 7th, after it was all said and done, they had a disciplinary hearing on him, or another meeting with him, saying, well, he's progressing, not quite what we want to, but he's still progressing. It's okay. And this ex-FBI agent said, well, that triggered him. Well, that was December. The whole thing took place in the beginning of November. So unless he was triggered and then got in a time machine, I have no idea what this FBI agent was talking about. And that was posted on a news channel. And I just don't get it. So Evidence is evidence. It will come out. Go out and read Idaho Code 195306. It will talk about victims' rights and compensation and certain paperwork they can have. It was brought to my attention. One person asked me about this, and then after that it started snowballing from there. But elevator security. There was one woman that she said she will not get on an elevator at all if there's a single male in there. And that's fine. Go off your intuition. If you don't feel it's right, don't go in there. Don't just listen to yourself. Pay attention and know what's going on around you. If you look at an elevator, you don't feel right, don't go in. Don't take the stairs unless you know the stairs and they're safe. If it's a dark location or a dark office or late at night, be careful taking stairs. There's not very many places you can escape. The elevator, you definitely cannot escape an elevator, but there are ways of getting on this elevator to be safe. If you need to make an appointment or you've got to get to another floor and you can't wait and you've got to get on an elevator with somebody, go in there with confidence. Head held high, stand firm, walk in there. Don't turn your back to anybody in that elevator. Reach over, push the button you need to go to, or ask the individual to push the button of the floor you need to go to. Back away from the control panel. A lot of people feel if they stand in front of the control panel, they have control of the elevator. Well, they also have no control of their back, and they can get mashed into the door. They have no response time. Move away from the control panel and put your back against the wall and just stand there in confidence, stand tall. If this person moves towards the elevator, the control buttons, watch really closely what they push. If they push the emergency stop, prepare to fight. Have your tool, whatever tool you have, be prepared to fight. If that individual pushes the emergency stop. If he pushes another floor, saying, "Oh well, I forgot to push this one," and then he gets off the elevator, that's fine. But still, pay attention to what button he pushes. All you do is get just far back from the buttons you can. If there's multiple people in there, it's less chance of anything bad going to happen. So, just step back, stay in this corner, and just watch what they're doing. Watch when they go towards the control panels. This is where you got to think of if you get off a floor and say it's a dark floor or it's a very quiet floor, you're at an office building or a school, a library, whatever it is, and if somebody gets off the elevator, if you got on the elevator and that individual follows you off the elevator, don't turn your back to them. Maintain control of your composure. Be confident. Keep your movement. Keep an eye on them. If they continue to follow you, turn and say stop in a loud voice. Have your phone ready, have a weapon ready, whatever you have in your hands, have it ready to go. Tell them stop in a loud voice. If they're just going the same place you are, they'll kind of look at you like you're weird and just keep walking by. But guess what? It's okay to look weird. Don't worry about it. It's okay because you're being safe. Follow your intuition. Follow your instincts. When you get on that elevator, be confident. Be ready to fight. Now, I'm not talking go in there with your hands up, ready to go at the minute you walk on the elevator. Just be prepared. Just keep your eyes open and watch everything going on. And if you do ask somebody to push the button, watch them closely when they push the buttons to make sure they push your floor. If you say push 4 and they push 5, say, could you push 4, please? If he just looks at you, get off the elevator. If the door hasn't closed yet, or you have a chance to get off the elevator. If not, you just keep your back to them. And you get to 5, get off the elevator whenever you have that chance. So we have to stay vigilant. Keep your eyes open. Be prepared. This whole self-defense community that people have started, I love this idea. I've learned a lot. I get a lot of ideas from you people that post on my stuff. If you like this content, subscribe, hit like, and let's keep this going. I'm going to do another video here in a couple of days, and we're going to talk about a case in Portland, Oregon. It's going to open a lot of people's eyes of what this woman had to go through. And we're going to talk in depth about her case and what happened and how it applies to you. So if you like this, if you like that, go ahead and I'll have that post out here just in a couple of days. Just stay vigilant, stay safe, and have a great night.